Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a SewerTech Northwest. Today we're at property address 2708 Crater Lane here in Newburgh. We're located at the rear of the home. We have a 3-inch ABS cleanout as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. Transitions here at 21 feet over to 6-inch PVC pipe. Here at 110 feet, we're at the extent of my camera. I'm going to go ahead and try and locate the camera head and see where we're at. Okay, located the camera head successfully, and we are just beyond the street curb. The line's heading going across the backyard through the neighbor's backyard out to Oxford Street. And located about a foot or so out into the street on Oxford Street, about 8 feet short of the main. So this is already city responsibility. We're just going to let the line drain out here for a moment before pulling back. Here we do have a large root intrusion here through the line. I'll get this marked with a white X if I can. I think it may be in the neighbor's backyard or somewhere like that. I'll do my best to locate it, but if I can, I'll mark it with a white X. Alright, so the line is going through the neighbor's backyard. The neighbor directly to the right of this home. If you're looking at the face of this house from the street, it's the house to the right. It goes across this backyard and their backyard, paralleling the back fence, all the way out to Oxford Street. So this spot right here, I'm picking the camera signal up against the neighbor's fence line, kind of butt up against Oxford Street. I'm picking the signal up inside their backyard, where I'm not able to get to. I've tried to make contact. I've rang the doorbell, and they're unfortunately not home to let me in there. So anyway, it's going under right next to a tree that's right up against their fence line. That's the fence that butts up against Oxford. Looks like a pine tree that's around 20 feet or so tall. Anyway, it's right in that area there. I'm just unfortunately not able to get back there and get right on top of it and mark it. So locates will have to be performed in order to dig this up. You could go a trenchless repair route possibly and avoid digging it up. But anyway, you'd have to weigh those costs out and see which is a better option. The trenchless route would save having to dig, as long as the pipe is still in relatively good shape. Sometimes you can trim those roots and do a pipe liner. And sometimes that can save a tree getting killed off too, because a lot of times when you dig a hole that deep next to a tree like that, you often cut through their root system and kill off the tree. So anyway, just I would look into both repair options and weigh out the pros and cons. And I would definitely contact the city as well and look into the stipulations of this line, because it travels across to another property and it looks like it's using an easement in order to do that. I don't know where the responsibility of the homeowner and the city lie in this situation. It may be right out at the right-of-way or the sidewalk like normal, but if the line's like this using an easement, it's definitely worth checking into that, because I'm not sure if this is homeowner or city responsibility with that root intrusion there. A little belly here in the line. Actually, I think we still have some water draining out from the dishwasher there too, so. I'm just about to reel the camera out of the line. Got some real minor standing water here next to the cleanout too. And again, we do have some stuff still draining through the line there. So most of that water we saw on the way back was not standing water. That was water that was still trickling through the line. Anyway, apart from the root intrusion at 99 feet, which again we'll need locates in order to find that, as the homeowners weren't home to let me in the backyard. Anyway, apart from the root intrusion, the rest of the line is in good condition and functioning at this time. So I'm looking over, again, if you're looking at the face of the home from the street, where I'm looking right now, where the camera's pointing, is to the rear right corner of the property. The line heads through that fence all the way across the neighbor's backyard and then out their side of the fence to Oxford Street. And again, the root intrusion is just inside their fence line, but on the part of their fence that butts up against Oxford Street. I think there's 2 trees right next to each other, and it's right in that area there. And I recommend a re-scope after any repair work is done to ensure it was done properly.